Guys, to the Gray Sweatpants podcast. We've been on a little hiatus. It's been like 2 weeks. I'm sorry to all our loyal fans out there. It is what it is. It's a little spill my seed here with the homies Chip, Skylark, and Odd, bringing some of the finest memes and news ever.
Of the last 3 weeks, because we've got all kinds of content.
You want to hear a wholesome story, Odd?
Tell me.
Wholesome of these nuts in your hand.
Hey, Chip, are you more of a CD or tape kind of guy?
Tape.
Well, I'm about to tape this dick to your forehead so you can see these nuts.
What the fuck?
That's what I'm talking about. So I'm starting my rap career. Hit me up on Spotify. Little Spill the Seed. I'm just kind of keep following me. I'm going to have my next beat coming out this weekend. So just be on the lookout. More exciting news, though. Well, actually, no, this is kind of depressing, and I hate to really start the podcast off depressing. But there's no Gibby in the new iCarly reboot.
That's kind of bullshit.
F's in the chat all around.
Fucking L's on the chat, bro.
I just don't know how they could do that. And so they spoke out recently. And there's going to be like not a quite, there's going to, this was part of my childhood. Kind of. This was a little, I was more of a Drake and Josh guy, personally. But, I dabble
Isn't that the prequel?
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you want to call it that, wouldn't this technically be the sequel?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, iCarly was towards the end of my elementary career, so.
Yeah, I didn't watch TV anymore when iCarly came out.
I was more of like a Fox News guy after elementary school.
Yeah. Weather Channel, shit like that,
The Weather Channel, yeah. I was on the stock market a lot. I was checking the stocks, seeing how those were going when I was like 12.
TV, I didn't even own a TV once iCarly came out.
Fuck that, dude. It's like you need to learn how to grow up. Yeah. And see, that's the thing. All these people have so many issues. Like, wow, they spend all of their elementary school and middle school and high school playing video games, watching cartoons. Pussies do that, okay? What you do is you sell all that shit.
Cartoons.
Dude.
Made in Japan.
It's time to grow up. The only cartoon you're allowed to watch that's made in Japan is hentai. Okay?
Hentai is hard.
Is that just one or all?
That's it. That's it. When you become an adult, the only source of animated entertainment that you can consume is hentai.
So for a second, I thought I typed Gibby into Google, and it took me to IMDb, and I thought Gibby had his own IMDb profile, but he doesn't. It's
he's in hentai now. He's been animating hentai.
He's a voice actor.
That's why I was gonna kind of explain this to you. So it says Miranda Crosco reveals what the iCarly characters are doing in the reboot, and she was like, "Yo, the Gibby's not in it because he's been super active in the voice acting community for hentai." So pretty much every single person that's not part of the reboot. So we've got like him, and I think that Jeanette McCurdy.
Yep. Quit.
And then
they're all
the one dude with the dreads. He's not.
Oh, the donut dude, the guy with the stick stuff.
I think so.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
it was a bagel on a stick, right?
He had everything on a stick.
Yeah,
fucking
that's
dicks
right.
on a stick.
And so yeah, they're just like, nah, sorry, I had to go start doing voice acting for hentai. So when you guys get the chance, make sure you don't do it at work. It's not safe for work. Hit up Pornhub. We've talked about this many times. Catch yourself watching, it's Pornhub.
There you go.
Pornhub's different. That's shrimp. Pornhub, that's where you can find like Gibby and all the other like outcasts from iCarly making hentai voice acting.
Outcast.
I'll give you $1,000 if you can tell me Gibby's real name without guessing. Or without looking.
Dick Buttkiss.
Oh, fuck. God damn it, dude. I don't have $1,000 to give you. Now what? This motherfucker.
So, like, are we going to have, like, a watch party for this?
No. Gibby's not in it. We're not watching it.
So, what's his real name? How do you pronounce his last name?
Monk.
Monk?
Noah Monk.
M-U-N-C-K. Monk.
Monk.
No, I'm not. I mean, I figured I'd kick it off, a little nostalgia.
Yeah, dude,
Guys is
that's
back.
Crazy.
But I'm not going to watch it.
Dude, I I don't think that show's gonna do as well without.
The only thing I want out of this Paramount Plus, because that's what it's going to be coming on, is the Beavis and Butthead stuff. That's all I want.
Except I want it. But I think you can watch it with ads for free, so I'm
There
gonna
you
have
go.
to do that.
I don't want any of that. Have you seen all the stupid SpongeBob stuff they've been coming out with that looks horrendous?
Yeah,
Is it like the weird animation style or something?
it's like
It's an
that bubbly
insult.
shit.
It's an insult. It's CGI shit. I didn't want this. This is what I grew up on.
Yeah,
I want
you wanted
1
live
through
action.
season
I want-
3 back.
I want live action SpongeBob.
That's true. I forgot. No more cartoons. So yeah, I've been
Yeah.
watching SpongeBob porn.
The SpongeBob hentai.
Yeah, true. I can watch SpongeBob hentai, or I can do like SpongeBob cosplay. I've got some links I can shoot you in the Discord. It's good stuff.
Oh,
Great stories, and like it's so much better than this like new shit they're trying. I'm not into it. But that's that. I wanted to cover the Gibby thing. I don't care. Honestly, between you and me, I didn't even like Gibby.
he just took off his shirt, and that was about it.
That's all he'd do. He just took his shirt off and he'd run around.
Damn,
Who does he think he is? The guy from Red Hot Chili Peppers?
you gonna do him like that? He
Fuck
made that
Gibby.
show.
Fuck
he made
Gibby.
that show.
Cancel Gibby. Yo, is there any
Cancel-
allegations
I mean,
against
are you
Gibby?
even going to watch the reboot? I mean,
No,
let's
probably
be
not.
honest.
No, probably
Gibby, what's he doing? Noah Monk? The hell's he doing with his life right
Nothing,
now?
dude. You already said
He's a
what he's
YouTube
doing.
personality.
Let's watch
Duh.
his YouTube clips instead of the rest of the podcast.
He's on the Goldbergs. Duh.
Oh.
I don't even know. Yeah. Anyway,
He's on the
I don't care.
Goldbergs?
Yeah, do you watch that?
No.
I think my parents do, or did.
More important news. This is breaking. Okay, so I have to ask, but this could be a touchy topic. Now, I say I would believe that it might be impossible that we're the only place in the entire universe with life. This is a touchy subject. Now, Obama said we got UFOs coming to Earth. You guys believe it or no?
Yeah, but like, what is a UFO? It's just an unidentified
Unidentified
flying
object.
Yeah, so it could be a meteor.
Unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Yeah.
Did you know
A fucking
Obama
food
hopped his
fighter.
ass on there? One of the best presidents ever, because he had some of the best memes. Said the government can't even explain what's going on. He just says, hey, there's something out there. Now, there's so many, like, plausible things we could say it is. Like, hey, maybe this is just a satellite, or maybe this is some spy tech from a different country. But nah, I think it's aliens.
I think it's.
I
aliens
want
as
to
well.
believe in aliens, but I don't.
Why not?
I just don't believe that there's anything else.
Dude, where the
Don't.
fuck else they can get all these other ideas from aliens? It's not like people are
Oh, yeah.
creative and shit.
I just think the chances of the universe is ridiculous. It's huge. It's massive. It's so expansive. There's no way we're the only ones chilling on this rock. There's got to be something.
It's damn near impossible that we're the only ones.
Got to be something chilling on another rock somewhere. Now I'm not saying it's like your typical like big-headed dudes with the big eyes and the long fingers,
And they
but
pee out
you know
of
it might be like somebody looks like you and me. Just maybe he's got a dick for a nose.
Squidward.
them. Or like in Men in Black where his chin's
Balls.
a ball
Ball
sack.
chin.
Yeah,
He's
maybe he
bald
shits
chin.
out of his nipples. Like that's what I'm
Shits
talking
out
about.
of- Maybe it comes out of his pinky toe.
Now the
crying.
thing is that the chances of it maybe being this thing that we think is like insanely smart, wouldn't we have maybe seen it by now? You would think.
Maybe they avoid us. They see how we interact on a day-to-day basis, and they're like, maybe we're like the ghetto of the universe.
Conspiracy. We're just
People
the
just
big
drive by. Yeah,
The
we're Florida.
Florida of the
People just
universe.
drive by. They're like, oh fuck, don't get too close.
The aliens are so
sank
far.
COVID.
They're so far advanced that they can use the universe as like a zoo, and they just come flying past Earth. And they said, "This is what you're not supposed to ever do."
Point, look, but don't
Well,
touch.
So, like, my shirt is based off of Space Odyssey, which was about, like, some sort of higher beings, and they like put the what do you call this big square things? I can't think of what they're called. The monoliths, and like every time they find a monolith, they like discover new technology, and so we were like the guinea pigs of like stuff at the beginning. They like found the monkeys, they helped them develop into us, and then we find the one on the moon, and we develop farther space travel to try to find the next monolith.
That's
So
what I'm
maybe
saying.
We're the guinea pigs. So we're like
We're like the
pet to
prototypes.
some bigger animal. For
That movie was
creature.
based on a true story, so
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
telling you, dude.
Yeah.
You think these people are creative? There's no chance. It's just all real.
yeah.
We are
Now-
being prototypes to better beings.
The reason I was bringing up Biden is because like everybody's freaking out because they have like these dudes that worked for like the UFO team in the military. Like there was this dude that like worked on like Guantanamo and this and that, and then he was pulled off to be like part of their special unit to study UFOs. Well, then like even Obama comes on the like James Corden show and he's like, yeah, they're out there. I can't tell you what they are though because I have no idea.
No
And
chance.
then Biden's like, yeah, okay. Why don't you go ask him again, stupid fuck?
Make sure he wasn't. No chance. What did he call them? He called them. They called them an unidentified aerial phenomena. Is that what he said?
Yeah.
That's fucking
And
crazy.
Biden just said, I would just ask him again. I don't think so. You know what, Biden, I really liked you, all right? And you know what? I'll even say it here on the podcast. I voted for you,
fuck.
all right?
Damn.
But what the hell, man? You're going to crush all of our dreams?
No, he's out here lying to you in your face. I guess he didn't
Well-
say no.
You know what's cool about all this too is I think like maybe next week or in a couple weeks they're supposed to release like the actual government's supposed to release a statement about all this.
Isn't he the actual government?
He's just a dude.
Yeah.
One of my favorites, I saw him on Twitter the other day and he was out there like testing this Ford electric truck.
This fucking guy.
And he's just like chilling in his truck and he's like, "Hey." She's like, she was like something like, "Hey, can I take a picture of you?" He's like, "Not unless you want to get run over." And he just turns around and he's like, "All right, let's go." And he just fucking floors it. It was the funniest shit ever.
Buy gets out. Buy Ford. It's American.
I love that dude. Now remind me, were we so was it Chevy or the Ford boys that were super?
I don't know if we picked the truck.
I think it was Chevy. Chevy was
Was
the
it?
one that you were given when you worked at
Oh yeah.
Pepsi. Yeah.
Yep. Fuck that place.
Yeah, it's a little bit of lore before your time, Aaron, but we this was at the beginning. Coca-Cola was doing anti-white training kind of towards like last summer, was it? Or end of last summer? They were doing anti-white, so
remember.
how to be less white.
Oh.
And so we were saying, well, Pepsi's being how to be more white. So you get gifted a Chevy pickup and you listen to
And a
Florida
12 pack
Georgia
of Bud
Line.
Lights.
Yeah, and you crack open. But it's Coors Light.
Ah, fuck.
Bud Light's
I
got a
love
little
it.
too much flavor for the,
Yeah,
the
you need more
whiteys
water.
out there.
Yeah.
More water in your beer.
And you talk about your lawn a lot, and you talk about how, the wife's always nagging you, the old lady.
Yeah, the ball
So,
and chain.
Yeah,
They like to say that.
Yeah, the ball and chain. So it's good to hear that Biden is less white. Good for him.
Less white.
Bet you guys didn't know that one, did
He
you?
learned that from what was that? Corn something. What was that guy's name when he told that story about the public pool when he was a lifeguard and with
No idea what you're talking
inner
about.
city kids. You've never heard that story?
No.
Oh yeah, I do. I don't remember the exact details, but yes, I remember.
This is crazy though. I don't know. Aliens are real. That's all I gotta say. Maybe.
I just hope
Maybe one
that
of
if
us
they
is
are
right.
real, it's none of that shit that we see in like the video games or the movies where they come down and they just like
Fuck us
blow
all
up
up.
everything. They probe our assholes, like all that shit.
Yo, low key, if aliens came to Earth, we'd be fucked.
But that's
Like,
the other thing too, is like the whole
be
conspiracy is what if
fucked.
they're not just chilling with us right now?
Well,
What if the
maybe-
aliens gave us Fortnite?
Oh fuck. What if the
They're
aliens?
mind controlling all
Whoa.
the children.
What if the aliens are like the writers of The Simpsons, and that's why they always know everything?
That's a good point.
You know,
I'm thinking that the aliens have created Fortnite just to be able to control all the children.
the
I think
future.
it's working.
Yeah, I mean it's working. And now they've created TikTok, which is consuming like kind of the middle-aged, kind of mid upper 20s, everybody in their teens, and they're like, this shit, they're sucking them up. And then soon they're gonna come out with something goofy like, help me think of something for older people.
For older people, they're gonna do a nice.
They're gonna do some sick bingo app on the phone.
HDTV. Oh no, like an HDTV app to where you can like DIY shit and you just gotta.
What if it's an HGTV app plus Hallmark plus Lifetime,
Fuck,
and all at the same time on your phone? They split it 2 screens. You can play like bingo on the bottom.
Oh my.
Bingo.
And like all the boards are themed after like sick Lifetime movies.
And then every once in a while, stock notifications pull up.
But I'm talking about the old people who are just like, fuck it, I'm almost dead. This is the shit they want.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
Bingo
They already cashed
and
out all their stocks and
yeah,
were
They're
retired.
out here spending it.
They
bingo
like to have
and then
their own little gardens. You gotta involve that. So I found Biden's. So basically, Biden was confronted by Corn Pop. Corn Pop was the dude's name, and he ran with a bunch of bad boys, is what he called them. They were gang members basically, and they were threatening to cut him with a straight razor. And instead of backing off, he armed himself with a 6-foot chain and stood up to him. And that's how he learned about race and stuff.
What?
wow. I will not say he's a good speaker, but I do like Biden.
I think he's hilarious, dude. I think when he talks, he's funny. I don't think he knows what the fuck he's saying half the time.
No, and that's what makes him even funnier.
I know. I think it's so funny.
So
I don't even
yeah,
care.
He probably doesn't even know if there's aliens or not. So it's not like he can
He's
tell
like,
us the
what?
truth.
Aliens? What?
This is news to me.
What? It's like you were his vice president. I don't care. What are you talking about?
Well, now he is the president, but they still haven't told him about the aliens because they don't trust him to accidentally not tell everyone.
Well, on a brighter, since we're all, getting a little governmental here, CDC said fully vaxxed people don't need to wear a mask. Mostly
Fuck them
don't need
masks.
to
Go
wear a mask
burn them. Throw them in
indoors.
the trash.
Throw that shit in the trash. My work decided that no more masks if you're fully vaccinated, and I'll admit, it was kind of weird. I imagine this
fucking
is what it feels
sketchy.
like. If so sometimes you do leave your fly down when you're like, you go to the bathroom and you're like, this is, whoops, on accident.
dick
Like
been
this
out
is
the whole time.
Yeah, this
Oh,
is
fuck,
what I
my dick's
imagine. Yeah,
peeking
if
out.
like your dick accidentally also fell out.
I'm naked without my mask,
Yeah,
It's
going
fucking
out in the
crazy.
public naked.
It's
I
crazy
feel
seeing
naked.
people without their masks inside now.
maybe a toned down version would be like if you're walking around shirtless in the hallways or something.
I see that every day.
But yeah, it's at that point now where it's like I don't really
But the
care.
nose
if,
is like the dick of the face.
Yeah.
So what's
We
the
remember-
full face?
Balls and
Well,
dick.
like a lot of people like to wear their masks like this with their
I
nose
know.
out, and that's like if you were to wear your underwear with your dick hanging out over top of it.
So if you take it off,
You
it's
don't do that?
everything.
and your mouth is like your balls.
Yeah.
Your beard is like your pubes.
So I'm so stoked because that
Got a
means I can
lot.
start kissing you guys.
Yeah, we can kiss. You can kiss the homies again, everyone.
We can quite literally start blowing each other, but not the way you
hell
think
yeah.
it is. Literally just blowing on each other.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk into my girlfriend and be like, "Hey, babe, I gotta go out with the boys tonight." And she's like, "Oh, cool. Like, what are you guys gonna go do? Like, anything fun? Maybe go to the bar, maybe hang out at some of their places." Nah, we're gonna be blowing each other. And then she's gonna be like, "What are you talking about, blowing each other?" And I'll be like, "We're literally just gonna blow on each other
I think
because we can now."
I think the biggest flex is where it says unvaccinated people remain at risk and should still wear their masks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, you want to do? You want to be like that?
Oh, you
right.
thought this was over? Oh, no.
Yeah. Well, the unvaccinated people usually by now are the people who weren't wearing a mask
Yeah,
to begin with. So they're
anyways.
not going to get a vaccination, and they weren't wearing a mask to start with. They don't care.
I know.
We've got our anti-COVID chips in our arm, so we're set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
A tracking device.
when are they
If I ever
gonna
get
add?
kidnapped, the government can find me through my COVID shot.
Yeah.
True, and like, so
There's
when are
so
they
many
gonna add the
benefits.
upgrade? Because we were talking about this when Sex 2 came out. We were hoping for like some upgrades to our bodies. Now, when are they gonna add like a button? All I gotta do is just push my arm where I got shot, and then just instant erection. When's that coming out? Is there like a firmware update that I'm missing out on that's supposed to be coming out soon? Like you're telling me
where do you
you
plug in
wouldn't
to get the update?
all these people bitching about chips, and I know we talked about this once, I think, outside of the podcast, but I'm like, I would do it 100%. And you know how sick you get so excited for like movies that come out. You're like, oh, this movie's coming out in like August. I'm so pumped, and you got something to look forward to for so long. Imagine that it said, hey, you've got a firmware update to your chip coming out in October. You can make your dick any length you want.
Yo, what the fuck?
Why not?
Like, can I change it at will?
Yes.
So like,
All
I
on
put
a
some
phone
pants
app.
too tight. I just make it smaller.
Fuck,
And you know
I got
how
the- I
awesome
got the
that'd be?
little
Because
dick pants
sometimes
on.
you go wash your pants, you know, a little tight because they kind of shrink a little bit, like a pair of like khakis, and then
You
they
grow
like
your
loosen
dick
up
out
throughout
to
the
5
day.
feet to loosen them out.
Well, then no, what you do is you kind of you bulge a little bit, so you're like hit the button, tiny meat.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but what if the app malfunctions and it, like your pants too tight and it gets too big and just rips out?
What if it malfunctions and your dick just starts doing this? Fucking big
Steve,
and small, big and small, big and small.
how's our financial report doing? And you're just like sitting there like quiet. You're like, I don't feel so good. Steve, you okay? And then his dick just shoots out of his pants.
It just keeps getting bigger and bigger and crashes through the ceiling.
Knocks out his boss, and he's
You
just
gotta dream
standing
like
there,
that
dick
once.
out, and he's like, what have I done?
I put the hole in the monitor.
Better yet, picture this scene. You're in like
Oh,
you have
please.
a conference room that somebody's having a meeting in. You walk in. You're kind of sitting there. You're Steve in this situation. Dick has busted out of the pants. You've impaled your boss, and now you can't move because he's impaled on your dick in this conference room.
We got needle dick to
Yeah,
start
but
with.
that, like, now you get to sue the dick company and like you can
Make tons of money.
Yeah.
And then you just have to live with killing your boss, which you probably didn't like
They killed
anyway.
him.
So
He didn't kill me. I didn't kill
They
him.
killed
It was
him.
The,
Yeah.
the dick company.
this is what I would be so excited for, because you know, like cars get recalls. It's like, oh, sometimes accidentally the driver's side bottom airbag goes off randomly. Oh, you're gonna have to come in for a recall. Sometimes the dick extendo mode just goes off at high speed and is able to impale anybody.
You went dicko mode.
This is the next pandemic. Everybody's dick goes dick malfunctions and starts killing
It was
people.
like needle dick.
Yeah.
Stabbing people.
No, it's just got so much force. It just blows like a hole through them.
Blunt force trauma straight to the face
Yeah.
from a dick.
Be
Does
so
it have
sad.
a minimum size?
Well, I mean, this
Yeah,
one
like,
would be
what's the
sick.
smallest?
It would just go in.
It just goes. That's what I
So
mean.
it becomes
Can you
a
kill
vagina,
yourself?
basically.
Think of it as like a garage door, because then it just
Extends
goes smooth
backwards
shut.
for you.
Oh fuck! My dick's out my
It just
ass.
goes in, and the little like skin flap just folds over the hole.
Smooth. You become
Yeah.
Ken boy.
This is the Ken update. Yeah,
Yeah. Smooth.
I don't know. We'd call it the Mandingo update for the big dick.
The Mandingo update. Yo, dude, those are coming when the aliens come. That's what the UFOs are. The aliens.
Probably already have this.
They're
honestly,
bringing.
and I'm really
they're
jealous.
bringing the technology. That's what we're
They're-
waiting on.
They're coming.
They're we're all about to
You
be
said the
coming.
aliens are coming.
What if it was something like drastic? They're like, hey, we're gonna have to anal probe you. It's gonna hurt really, really bad. It's not gonna be pleasurable. It's gonna end up leaving your butthole maybe an inch bigger in diameter than it used to be, but you get all these features. Would you do it?
Probably.
Yeah, nice.
If I can control the size of my dick,
It might just be a diaper for
you
the
know how
rest of your
convenient
life.
that would be.
And all future updates, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then when the aliens are like, I hate humans, they just flip the switch and then control us all.
Oh hell yeah.
But and that whole time we're having so much fun with our extendo dicko. So women, I don't know what you're gonna need next. Not even. I'm not even. It can be anybody that has a vagina. I don't know what you're gonna get.
I mean, they probably just control their boobs.
Nice. That'd be cool.
Or their vagina. Maybe their.
But what if
vagina
you're
was
like
infin-
trans and you don't
infinitely
have
deep.
boobs? You just have vagina.
You could store stuff in it. You make it real
Ooh,
deep, and you just pull
Extendo
stuff in.
boxo.
Yeah,
and
it
then
just
that way.
gets hella deep, hella sideways.
Yeah, you don't have to carry your purse no more ever.
But visually, it doesn't look like it's that big.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
see,
like
that's
a Harry Potter tent.
double
Yeah.
standard, man. That's a double standard. If I've got an 18-foot long dick that I can kill my boss with, why can't she have a, Grand Canyon for a pussy?
Well, she could hide people. She'd kidnap them, then keep them hidden.
It'd be so sick. It'd be like those old box forts you make as a kid. You're like, hey, babe, I'm going in. And you just like,
See you later.
climb in. It's just decked out. You've got your Xbox. It's like a man
It's
cave.
your man cave. Hey, so I'd like to go play some video games. Do you mind?
She's
opening
like,
up a
sure.
bit?
And she just opens up her legs and you just climb in. Thanks, babe. That's sick.
Fuck.
And then it malfunctions and you can
And then
never
she-
get out.
And then she's like, "Yo, can you set those controllers to vibrate, please?"
And then it's like one of those traps in the horror movies and it starts just closing in.
Oh fuck!
Better
You're
just
like,
gets
oh,
really
fuck.
wet in there and you drown.
Bring an umbrella.
Oh, fuck. I forgot it was this time of the month and it's just like
Oh,
drowning.
no.
It's raining blood. It's a horror movie. It's like the end of that Evil Dead movie, the reboot. It just starts raining blood randomly. It's going to be just like that. This sounds scary.
This sounds fucking frightening.
Like, how does she get electricity in there?
It's just an extension cord running up in there.
Dude, we established that this shit's fucking huge.
That'd be
Well, I
so
mean,
cool. You
It's
could-
all power. I mean, the whole body. I mean, your whole like your dick and everything's powered by something. So when they're upgrading you, they're obviously putting.
There's
some sort of
outlets in
power.
there, dude.
I
Yeah,
know
there's
we've been
obviously
on this
some
topic
sort
for a
of
little while,
battery.
but like the possibilities are endless with a giant box.
Yeah,
Giant box. and
Honestly,
then
that sounds
Mandingos.
way cooler.
yeah.
But for the other person, for the girl, it's like whatever. Or the person with the vagina, it's like whatever. I got a big vagina. But for anybody else, it's like cool. I can climb in there and have fun. I'm just
That's your
saying.
bomb
And
shelter.
you know who could have really, really, really benefited from having Giganto Boxo was Jeffrey Lowe from Tiger King.
Oh no.
Now, for those of you that do not know who he is, this was the dude. So Tiger King, big, super eccentric dude that everybody loved like last year because it was like the only good thing on TV during COVID. So at one point in the show, this Jeffrey Lowe dude befriends Tiger King. Who knows all the details. Anyway, he buys the park off of him and basically screws over Tiger King. Tiger King has nothing. This dude owns everything now. Well, an article just came out just a few hours before we were recording this podcast that they seized 68 big cats from this dude, Jeff Lowe, who was also, I almost forgot, was a big douchebag on the show. So
I never watched it.
that's all you need to, I gave you the briefest synopsis, but that's basically all you need to know. He was a douche to Tiger King, bought his entire park because he thought, basically he tricked the Tiger King into thinking he had a shit ton of money, but he really didn't. Am I saying that right, Odd?
I mean, it makes sense. Yeah, that's exactly what he did. He told him. It was a little bit of backwards. He didn't trick him into knowing he had money. He basically told him that he had cash, helped him with the cash, and then never really like signed anything. And he was fronting all the cash, so he's like, "Well, I paid for all this shit, so it's mine."
Yeah, it was a weird situation. So this is in Oklahoma, and there's been several
He also looks like a
inspections on the
douchebag.
park, and they apparently just weren't feeding the animals. They weren't giving them veterinary care, nutrition, or shelter. Nothing like that. They're just like, hey, sick, we got all these animals, but we don't really care. That's fine. And they just had like all these complaints saying they're just not treating the cats is all they were really doing. So fuck them. I don't even think Joe Exotic really
Yeah, no
took
shit.
care of the cats either. So I don't think any of them took
Yeah,
care
but
of the cats.
he loved them. He had music about them.
And yeah, but then it came out like the end of the show. They're like, yeah, by the way, Joe would just go and like shoot him in the head if they got a little too old.
Jeez.
Nobody
Like
needs
that
to
show
know
was
that.
insane. They got you to like love him and think he was the greatest human ever. And then the last 3 episodes, they're just like, yeah, by the way, he did this, this, and this. He'd murder his tigers. He wouldn't feed them, and you're like, oh, so he was a douche as well.
Yeah.
So now it sounds like the court is saying, or I guess this was June of last year, the court told this Lowe guy that Carol Baskin's supposed to get the park. So we'll see how that goes. Do I really care?
Just
Not
'cause of
really.
the whole way the whole thing worked. It's fucking-
But this thing was a whole phenomenon last year, so
You realize
we've
that
got
was
to
a
touch
year
on it a
ago?
little bit.
yeah,
That's
dude,
insane.
that's just crazy.
That helped so many of us through COVID. This is a good one. And Odd, I want you to take it away. This is more sketchy stuff.
All right. It's hella sketchy. So everybody knows Joel Osteen. He's like this mega rich church dude. He's got this huge church all over. I think he's got this biggest one's in California somewhere.
I hate this man.
Yeah.
But he's got this huge church. He's on TV all the time. Well, turns out that Joel Osteen since he's a businessman and he runs a business, keep in mind he's a church guy, got a small loan for COVID of $4.4 million. That's fucking insane. This dude is worth over $100 million and applied for a loan that gives him $4.4 million. Of course he's got a fuck ton of people that work for him, but still, dude, what the fuck?
So what? This guy didn't do anything for anything. He doesn't like.
I don't know who likes this guy, because everywhere you read, it's always like, yo,
there's some people
if
that
Jesus
are so
was alive,
obsessed.
they would hate him. If he's out here selling God, so I don't know who the fuck.
There's some people that are really obsessed with him because he's eccentric.
Yeah.
And they think he's like it's so shit. I've never been a big fan of this whole thing where you've got these
mega churches are ridiculous.
these mega churches that just profit off these people.
Yeah.
And then say the goofiest shit sometimes, and everybody's like, "Oh hell yeah, you know what you're talking about." And then they go home on their private jet, and they're like $4 billion home, and you're like, "Yeah, we don't really give a shit about any of these people."
You catch them outside trying to say hi to them and tell them, "Hey, this is my story," and they're like, "Who the fuck are you and why are you talking to me?"
Yeah.
They're just eccentric. That's usually how it goes. You can see that shit with Trump, and there's that other weird dude that does this shit too, who said all he had to do was just tell COVID to go away, and it would just go away. I banish you, COVID, and he'd just be like, "Go away, COVID." And
he blew it away. He's like,
and that's that shit. You'd be at those mega churches, and they'd be like, all you gotta do is blow the COVID away, and then it's gone. Oof.
yeah.
COVID's the devil, and then that's usually how they go. I could probably do this, and I might do this.
I feel bad for so many of these people, though, dude.
Because there's so many side options I could do to make extra money. And I think, for me, OnlyFans is off the table. I don't want anybody to see my dick on the internet, so that's off the table. But mega church is not off the table. You guys want to start one with me?
A mega church?
We got private jets. We got millions of people coming out to see you. And all you got to do is just make up stuff.
I don't know if I want to deal with millions of people. That's a fuck ton of people.
I know. If you're making millions off your church, I don't think you're doing it right.
I don't either, dude. This dude has 5 houses, and they're all the size of a fucking mall.
I don't remember.
People are obsessed with him.
Yep.
They don't care about God all that much. They just care more about him.
What he
Exactly. That's exactly why I have a big issue with these mega churches.
Oh, dude, it's crazy.
Yeah, and it's really shitty that he applied for a PPP loan. However,
it's
I
shittier
guess
that he got it.
I don't know the details, obviously, but just like some places, they accepted it because they didn't know what was going on, so then they can just pay it back. Again, I don't know. Right away after this is all over, they just give him the money back. Oh, we didn't use this. But to this, it just sounds like he's a cheap dickhead. So,
as I understand it, churches are a place of refuge, and if they're gonna take money and give it out to people, all right, cool. But if you apply for a business loan that's being given to businesses, that kind of doesn't come off the right way.
Not when your church is bringing in 52,000 people a week.
No shit. Damn.
No. Douchebag. We anti-Joel Osteen on this podcast. Sorry.
Anti him and his small PP.
Sorry.
His big PP loan.
We brought up the COVID
big PP
loan.
Small PP.
What about now? We've been talking about the vaccine and how that's sick and how you can go walk around and kiss the homies for fun, kiss the ladies for fun. It's not just the homies. You can kiss whoever the hell you want. Doesn't matter. Now,
I think it does matter who you're kissing, as long as
Why?
You can't just tell people they can go kiss whoever they want.
Kiss whoever you want. I don't give a shit. I didn't say there was no consequence in it. I'm just saying go kiss who you want. You
won't
have
get
to deal
COVID,
with those
but
conflicts.
you might get arrested.
You might get or beat up.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to leave out the details and just say, "Hey, you go figure it out." There's common sense that's involved, but kiss who you
Yeah.
want. Kiss
People
who
don't
you
have
want
that.
with consent. Is that better?
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
A
Nice.
lot better.
Now, the thing is, I'm going to go into this one. Now, I want to know if the CDC came out with this and they said this was the cure to COVID, would you do it? Because over in India, they are covering themselves in cow poop.
I just don't think I
Wait.
could without just throwing up and just
Wait.
constantly gagging and just, I
You
don't
said-
know.
You said cow poop? That's
They're
poop.
claiming that when you
From a
smear cow poop all over yourself, it will boost your resistance to COVID-19.
It might do
I feel
something.
like it boosts your resistance to most things. At
Yeah,
that
it
point.
might do. Yeah, it might do something for you.
They're
What?
saying that doctors in India have urged people not to smear themselves with the cow poop because it does not work. And say there is no scientific evidence behind the practice and warn that it is risking spreading other diseases.
Come on, guys.
Oh, COVID? Nah, we're trying to make COVID 5.0.
My
We're
mic
skipping
died.
2, 3, 4. We're going straight to 5.0.
My mic took a nosedive. For anybody that
Yeah,
watches,
but you see how they take the poop off? Milk, cow milk.
They use cow milk?
Yeah,
And
to
it makes-
get the poop off.
Now this makes sense. I'm not knocking them for doing it because it's all about like all cows have always been sacred in India. But it's also nasty.
Yeah.
it's fucking great.
Like these photos are dudes covered in shit.
It's so gross.
And the smell has to be ridiculous.
Yeah,
That
but
one where he's doing the hand prayer thing, that one is probably the grossest photo.
my favorite
That
is
or
the guy
one-
that's like this, with his hands like right up against
Yeah.
his face.
So they're covering their bodies in the dung and urine once a week, hoping that this will boost their immune system and recover them from the virus. Which I get it, you've got to start panicking because it's like it's rampant over there. But there's like photos of dudes pouring buckets of poop on themselves.
just gotta collect the poop and pour
The
it on your
smell,
bodies.
the smell has to be just
Yeah.
insane.
And when you drive through all those towns where there's just cows and it just the whole town smells like poop, and you're just like, ugh.
How long do you
Imagine
have to leave it on? Do you think?
They're just walking around with it on.
Just all
the
fucking
one dude
day.
lays down? It looks like he takes a nap.
Is there a
afterwards.
minimum time? Like, oh fuck, I took it off 8 hours. It's supposed to be 9. Shit. Guess I gotta start again.
And you know, it's just I don't know. Now if this is where the CDC comes around and they're like, wait a minute, this works. Would you do it?
Not anymore. I'm
I
vaccinated.
think the reason it works is because since you're covered in shit, no one gets close to you, so you can't get COVID from anyone.
Or the way it works is since you're covered in shit, the moment you can't smell yourself, you're fucked. You got COVID.
Oh,
And not to be dark, but it claims that the people in India that are getting COVID are being diagnosed with a rare and deadly black fungus infection, also on top of everything. So
Wonder why.
we might have to say that might be the poopy that they're rubbing all over themselves. Just saying it right out. Don't do this, anybody. Unless it's your kink.
Can't tell people what to do.
If it's your kink, then holy shit.
Okay, if you're gonna start smearing shit all over yourselves, make sure it's not cow shit. Make sure it's just like your SO shit, okay?
Yeah, you know.
Or your own.
yeah, but maybe they're into specifically cows.
Yeah, but this is how you get the different diseases. Like, this is how we got the COVID because, like, the dude ate the bat. You know how it goes? Like, this is just there. We can't stop. Soon,
If
what's
you're
going to
eating ass,
happen?
don't you want a little bit of shit eventually to come out?
Yeah. What if it's cannibalism? What if he's like, dude, that guy looks pretty tasty because I haven't eaten in forever, and the poop is kind of like chocolate frosting. Eat some, then we get some whole new virus that's killing everybody at a rapid rate, zombie style. Please be
Zombie
zombies.
style. Poop.
That's wild.
Poopy.
Poop,
So no,
poop.
no poopy, please.
I'm glad that they're
Poo-poo.
innovative, you know, and they're at least trying different methods.
Yeah, this is how you find cures.
Yeah.
You have
See,
to
now they know.
experiment.
Now they know this doesn't
This is
work.
all scientists
Doesn't
do.
work.
They
Yeah.
just sit in a room smearing shit all over themselves.
They're
Yeah,
like, you know
this is
what?
old school science.
Didn't work. Maybe we move. Cow shit didn't work. Let's move to horse shit.
Yeah, maybe try bat shit since that's where it came
Oh,
from. You get the cure
yeah.
from the bats themselves.
Yeah, that makes sense. So being innovative, that's the topic we're just kind of leading on to. How about this student that was jailed using the KFC app, and what he did was he ordered like over $12,000 worth of free chicken on KFC.
Oh, yeah.
And honestly, do you think he should have been jailed for that?
No.
Isn't that kind of the app's fault?
Yeah. What the fuck?
So Zoo, 23,
Well,
from
like,
China.
Did they give him the chicken? Like, you know,
So
it's
he
whoever's
managed-
fault that gave it to him if they did.
He managed to secure himself bucket upon bucket of free chicken by manipulating a voucher system for 6 months. He did it for 6 months.
Okay, he didn't get all the chicken at once.
Okay.
No, he shared the secret with 4 friends who collectively took a combined total of around $30,000 worth of food before they were stopped.
Jesus Christ. Holy shit.
He was ordering it on April 2018, and then he discovered the glitch. So he's been doing it since 2018.
Jesus, fuck, this has been eating for free for 3 years now.
I think that's awesome.
That's amazing. Why the
And
fuck
then
is that his fault?
Oh, then he was selling the meals to his classmates for a cut price.
That's why it was his fault.
Yeah.
So it sounds like this week in Shanghai, he was jailed for 2.5 years and fined $1,400 over the scheme, while his friends were jailed for between 2 years to 13 months.
Who the fuck buys black market
Chicken.
KFC? What the fuck? Hey, yo,
I
you got
mean,
you got any
KFC
more
probably
of that
big
KFC
over
on?
in China.
Yo,
It's
you
big in
got-
Japan.
Let me get that 2-piece.
Yo,
Let me get that 2-piece with a biscuit.
You got any biscuits? You got any biscuits? I mean, when you think about it, it might be like the only type of restaurant over there. So
Bro, what the fuck? They got food over there. What do you think they do? Not eat?
does KFC not make enough money? They should have said, fuck it.
How'd they
I think it's
find
kind of
out?
sick. They should have
Did you
just
know-
given him free chicken for life because it's just he had a breakthrough.
This dude owns KFC now, is what should have happened.
Yeah.
Did you know in Japan that like KFC is a big Christmas tradition for them? They eat KFC for Christmas.
Damn.
I deserve fried chicken. That's always what they're saying.
I deserve
Fried chicken, baby. Fuck. I deserve fried chicken.
Fuck.
Santa KFC, Colonel
Fucking
Sanders.
fried chicken, baby.
That's
Speaking
fucking
of
wild,
fucking.
dude.
Fucking
We got so many good news articles this week. Damn, we got a lot talked about. So how about this one? This boss. This is sick, and I want this to be implemented into my office soon.
It is.
Boss-
You just don't have to tell nobody.
No, I want it to be like a group effort, though.
Oh, group effort. All right,
And it's
guys.
never been this long, so I want it. Boss lets staff have a 30-minute masturbation break.
Does a
You
bell
guys
just
down?
go off? Yeah, hell yeah, I'm down.
Erica Lust, who's the boss, decided to offer the perk after noticing her employees were a little agitated and performing with less energy. Honestly, I think this is a big win.
Fuck yeah, it is for her and the employees. She's
I-
like, I
I-
value my employees, and I know that when they feel good, we do good work.
Well, sometimes you walk into like the bathroom and there's somebody been in the stall for like an hour, and you're like, "What the hell are you doing?" He's probably beaten off. I think that they should just have a dedicated bathroom for jerking off. So let me
can't
give you a
it
little
just
bit
be
of
the
details,
same
and we'll break this down after I kind of go over it here.
and just a single room with a drain in the middle.
I will
Nothing
mention
else in
though,
it.
this is of an adult entertainment company, which kind of hurt the excitement for me a little bit, but it's still cool.
Smart, though.
Because it makes me kind of want to work for an adult entertainment company. So if they have offered the employees half-hour daily masturbation breaks daily. You can beat off daily for 30 minutes after finding they had become agitated. So Erica
Fuck
Lust,
lunch.
who owns Erica Lust Films, has even set up a private masturbation station. That's a mouthful. That's a tongue twister right there. At the office in Barcelona. She is hoping to normalize masturbation by allowing her 36 members of a staff a 30-minute break every day for some self-love. I value my employees, and I know that when they feel good, we do good work. So it's just
They get their creative juices flowing.
Yo, who the
Gross.
fuck cleans this thing? Do they all go in there at the same time, or what the
so
fuck?
Erica. So masturbation month is this month. So hopefully you guys are beating off as much as you can. She launched this for the initiative to coincide with the month, and she's going to do it for the rest of the year. Her employees are happy with the rule, claiming it relieves stress. Kat, who is the head of communications and content at the company, said, "Picture this. A team of happy employees with their creative juices flowing, literally, and being productive because they've had some time scheduled to make themselves feel good. A masturbation break at work can result in more focus from your employees, less aggression, and more productivity and better teamwork." What if, like, so you know, there's people that I see when they go to the bathroom and they don't wash their hands. I'm
What
never
happens
touching another person's hand there.
So what happens if you and Billy Bob from accounting walk into the masturbation station at the same time? Do you guys have to jerk each other off now?
What if it's like
we're just
urinals?
talking about teamwork, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Because there's like dude code. Yeah, there's dude code
Better
where it's
teamwork.
like, if there's 3 stalls and there's one dude peeing on the left, you don't do the one next to him. You typically pick the one on the far right. What if they're all being used at once? It's got to be just nerve-wracking.
But how many stations did she set up?
I'm saying there's only 3 at my business.
Oh, my business is just one.
Yeah, exactly.
If you show up and I'm there, you
I liked more
better
of-
hop in.
Aaron's take where it was just a drain in the middle.
Yeah, I think it's just a white room, basically.
Everybody
And it's
stays
just a
in
drain.
And there's just like constant porn playing all around you. So it's just you and the
No,
homies.
there's nothing else there. It's just the white room.
Ew.
And there's
That way you can't tell, like, if there's anything, just don't touch the walls, you know?
and there's all the noises.
This is an awkward room. It's just dudes like,
Yeah, it's a sticky room.
and it's like, okay.
Dude,
So
that shit
Kat's
got a
colleague, Avril, a clinical sexologist and project manager of the porn conversation, also gave the new work perk a glowing review. She said, "Masturbation has been shown to not only make you happier, more relaxed, and more focused, but it's also good for your creativity and increase your drive to get things done. Plus, it releases endorphins, helps to decompress, and relieves tension and stress. Basically, it's the perfect medicine for a stressful day at work." Now, you're just going to give everybody like a jerk-off addiction at work.
It just seems weird,
Dude,
like, to think
it's-
about, like,
it's smart.
oh, Vin will be back in a bit. He's in the masturbation station. Just, like,
Masturbation
knowing that he's
station.
in there just playing with his penis.
That's so weird, yeah.
You
Which
come
would
back with, like,
honestly
paper
like start
towels.
to desensitize it, you know?
Like,
It's like,
yeah,
that would be
I
kind
mean,
of
they
cool.
work at a porn industry already, so it's kind of like desensitized.
But
probably
think about
to them.
this. So now we're like starting to normalize a lot of things that were like really taboo, you know, maybe 20 years ago. What if, you know, sometime, let's say we're playing Warzone, you know, and occasionally like, hey man, I gotta go take a shit. Hey man, I gotta go take a piss. Soon it's just like, hey man, I gotta go whack off real quick. I'll be right back.
Yo, this match hella stressful. I'll be right back.
He comes back in like 4 seconds. He's like done. You're like,
Comes
"Wow,
back
that
and
was
straight up
fast."
just dominates though. Like, and then you're like playing with the boys. You're like, man, you're kind of playing bad.
Yo, dude,
and
go
you're
beat
kinda-
off real quick.
You gotta,
Yeah. Here, let
yo,
me
just
send
go
you this
rub one
link.
off real quick, dog.
Come on, man. Get your shit together. Go beat off real quick and come back.
And then, just like I'm picturing like the stall thing, but now I'm just picturing like typically it's super awkward. You're standing next to a dude when you're at the urinal, you're just peeing. You're like, this is kind of anxiety inducing. But you know you got those dudes that talk to you when you're trying to pee sometimes at the urinal. Hey man, how's your day going? And you just see him like whacking off, and you're like, hey
You
man,
see him like shaking.
it's like hand going back furiously. Hey man, how's the wife?
You're like, nice watch.
Oh, okay,
All right, cool,
nice.
bye.
Talk to you later.
Dude, it's all a business tactic. She's gonna get all these people subscribed to her company.
Oh,
No, that should be
well,
all-
it
Like
says-
you have like a urinal for peeing, you have the toilet for pooping, and then do we get like another one just for jerking off?
I
It's
think
all
it should
the
have a
same
cool vibe to it. I'm gonna pitch
'Cause
this at my job and see if maybe they're cool with it. Why be so secretive? Be open about jerking off at work. Screw
Yeah.
it.
Go to the white room like Crane.
And she's hoping that her fellow business owners decide to follow in her footsteps. You walk into your local bakery and they just have a sign on the door that says, "Hold on, be right back." I'm in the masturbation station. Because sometimes it says they're going to lunch. This one's I'm going to the masturbation station.
You go to Subway
in half an hour.
yeah, you go to Subway and you see that sign.
You're like, can I get someone else to make my sandwich?
Dang. Well, this one doesn't have a masturbation station. This one has a Dracula Castle station. Not a good ring to it. I'm sorry, I tried on that one. So, supposedly, Dracula's Castle is giving the COVID jab is what they're calling it. They're trying to be hip with it. And a free visit to the torture exhibit.
What the fuck?
So apparently, they've got this Romanian castle, and they're offering visitors something different this year, which is the vaccine, because apparently they're dropping tourist numbers. Makes sense because of the pandemic. But this was the same castle that was used in like the Dracula movie, or the Dracula novel, actually. And all you have to do is just go in there, get the vaccine, no appointment needed. You get your shot, and then you get to go roam around the castle for free.
And the medical workers are dressed up as vampires.
Is that what it says?
They got bloody fang stickers on their scrubs. I would love if you showed up and they're dressed up like Dracula.
Yeah, they've got the needle in their mouth. They're like, ah.
Some dude.
This is kind of
giving
cool.
you a hickey on your neck instead of your arm.
Why isn't the U.S.
Yeah.
not doing this stuff?
Yo, I want a theme.
Because we don't have a Dracula castle.
So it's kind of shitty. It sounds like
Where do you think the U.S. should have this? That
The
is an
porn
option?
palace.
the porn palace.
The porn,
The porn
palace.
Both.
So apparently there's a lot of vaccine hesitancy in Eastern Europe. So I think like this is why they're probably trying to push this.
This is awesome. I would really love if you showed up and your fucking doctor looks like they're dead.
And then you accidentally walk into the nut station. And he's like, "I've come to suck your dick," and you're like, "Oh, whoops, sorry, wrong one."
Fuck. I'll wait
Where's
for
the
you to
vaccine
finish.
at?
I see you're on break. I'll be right back.
I can't wait. The future's gonna be sick. We're gonna have jerk off stations, blowjob stations.
Nobody's gonna go to lunch anymore. They're just gonna go beat their meat.
You start
you could do
finding
that
out
during
that
your lunch break already.
Yeah,
you learn like a certain restaurant has like the best burger in town. You're like, "Hey guys, we're gonna go here for the best burger." Soon it's gonna be like your coworkers gonna be like, "Hey man, you want to go down the street to this place? It's got the best masturbation station in town."
Yeah.
They got the best nudie mags.
And everybody is just so skinny and emaciated because we just don't eat anymore. We spend all of our breaks just jerking off.
And we got one really strong arm.
Yeah. The entire world is facing a skinny demic. That's what I'm deeming it. Skinny demic. Nobody can stop nutting at work.
Americans are finally not fat. They're all thin. From
And this is what's going to
masturbation.
happen. There's a river, and we're already starting to see some of the negative side effects of these masturbation stations. Where do you think it all goes?
This is that lady's downstream from her masturbation.
Gross.
There's a river that's running white right now. It's a Welsh river in Lynwydrar. Don't
Yep.
ask where that's at.
That's exactly where it's at.
After the cum drain overturned. I'm kidding, by the way. It's a milk tanker overturned. But
Sure.
if you decide to go look
Yeah,
this up,
man
guys,
milk.
this is what it'll look like.
You look us up on the YouTubes. You might see.
So you know how there's like different drains for like different things? You know, you've got your water, you've got your poop drain, you've got your rain drain. Is there going to be a cum drain too?
there's gonna be specific pipes for cum.
It's backed up and it's flowing out all over the streets.
How many? Okay, so how many
Excuse-
employees do you have? Oh, okay. How many are male? How many are female? How many do this? How many do that? Okay. Yeah, you're gonna need about a 6-inch pipe.
Hey, Odd, did you you wouldn't have happened to nut in the sink, did you? You know that is really for only the sink water, not nut.
Either cum in the sink or sink in the cum.
No,
what they always
nice,
say.
dude, nice. It's kind of like it'll have signs plastered above the sinks.
Yeah.
Like, say, what is it? The only rain down the drain. This is you either cum
Yep.
in the sink or sink in the cum. That's awesome.
So I figured this was funnier because it, looks like a cum river. But really all that happened was this tanker tipped over into this river, and now it just looks like a giant river of nut.
Looks like the pipe is oozing out nut.
And I feel like everything that was in that river is dead now. Kind of sick, though. It kind of reminds me of, like, grease when it starts to solidify. It looks disgusting.
Yeah. It does.
Just milky. It kind of reminds me of my nut when it's frozen, dude.
When it starts to solidify.
Yeah. Tell me about this next one. Did you know they're turning all the nut into popsicles? All right, I'm gonna stop talking about nut.
Oh, they are? Well, it turns out a 4-year-old buys 980 popsicles.
Made from cum.
Nut. It's not as intense if you say nut.
Nut.
A 4-year-old boy buys 918 SpongeBob ice lollies for only for $2,600 on Amazon.
Well, you know how that kid was made, right? Nut.
Nut.
None of us would be here without cum.
Amazon.
Thank you, Kanye.
Yeah.
So what this kid do?
So he bought how many? 919 of those SpongeBob lollipops, ice cream popsicles, or whatever they're called. And Amazon told Noah's mom that they wouldn't take the ice lollies back. I don't like that word. They wouldn't take
Ice lolly. Just say
Is this a
popsicle.
British thing?
I don't know, but they wouldn't take the
I think it was
popsicles back.
a mixed website, yeah.
But the story has a happy ending. Just you wait.
Yes, UK.
So he obviously he loves SpongeBob, and he
He
did a
bought
bulk
51
order.
cases.
He did a bulk order of 51 cases of these things. Jesus Christ, to a total of like 2,620. Holy smokes, 2,620. What do you do with all of them? You eat them?
Well, it sounds like there
probably
was
still
a
working on it.
there was a fundraiser set up to help her pay for that. So this is what
These
what?
motherfuckers made money.
Yeah, it's stupid. All right, now we're talking shit. Now I feel bad. Right here it says Noah's on the autism spectrum, and his family say that all remaining funds will go towards his education.
All right, that's good. That's good though.
Yeah.
But these fuckers made.
It's kind of fucked up though.
These
He did
motherfuckers made $12,000.
he did a stupid ass deed where he bought way too many ice lollies, and now look at him.
Like, I just never understand this whole thing of like,
GoFundMe?
oh, our my kid accidentally bought this and I didn't know. Like, as soon as any purchase goes through on my Amazon, I'm notified about this. Like, there's no accident.
Exactly.
You're just,
She
like,
could have
not
just
paying
canceled
attention.
it right away.
Yeah, but she
There is no way that they, or she even saw this in her bank account. There's no way that this went through, and she's like, "Huh? Oh yeah."
Yeah, maybe
Oh,
she
yeah, it
really
makes
likes the
sense.
lollies.
exactly.
The ice
You have
lollies, too.
plenty of time to cancel your order.
And there's no way that was Prime. There's no way they sent that night. 51 cases.
It was overnight. Overnight shipment. Yeah, but it's ice cream. It would melt. It had to be overnight.
It had to, yeah.
They're
SpongeBob.
delivering it, and it hasn't even gone through in the bank.
I didn't even know you could buy ice cream on Amazon. It makes sense.
Maybe it was through Whole Foods. Whole Foods just dropped it off.
Okay, so we got Minion bars. So it sounds like for an 18 count, it's $51, but they only have 4 in stock, so I really can't tell. But it says here that it takes an entire week for it to ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, how the fuck did you wait so long to figure out, oh shit, where did the
I think this is a
$2,600 in my
setup.
account go?
She knew what she was doing.
Well, like, and it's always been about, like, all that. Like, as soon as the Alexa came out, they were like, children are purchasing things through the Alexa, and they're getting all these things. I'm like, how? How are you not notified that it's like, oh, your order's been placed, and oh, your order's on its way, and oh, your order's here? Like, it just shows up, and you didn't know anything? How? How do you not know any of these things?
Oh, that's awesome. I love how they made $12,000 off of it, though. What the fuck? Who
Let
the
me just,
fuck
like,
sees this and they're
7
like,
times my profit on this
Yeah.
one.
I
they're
can buy
like,
mochi.
oh, they
There
spent
you go.
$3,000? They spent
Okay,
$3,000? Maybe we
Aaron,
should
you give
them
it a
10.
shot. We
Oh
all
my
give it
God.
a shot. You pick one thing on Amazon that's got a ton of stock, buy a fuck ton of it, and see if you can make a GoFundMe. Make up some sob story, like say that, you broke 4 bones in your big toe and you can no longer jerk off. And see maybe if you can get that GoFundMe just to go.
Just fucking
up.
shoot up.
Yeah. So
Let's do it.
here it is. Relationship advice.
Oh, fuck.
We got through all the weird news. I think my favorite's Masturbation Station. I would love to see that be a thing. This person in this relationship vice could really use a masturbation station, and we'll get there, all right? So, as always, I'll let you guys, I'll say it, and then we'll discuss it. Is it a big deal if your significant other follows half-naked girls or guys? So, I, 22, recently saw that my boyfriend's 24 Instagram has a lot of girls who are showing a lot. Before it wasn't like that, now it's a lot. And I asked him about it. He said, I'm a man.
happened?
I need to look at them, especially when we aren't having sex. I didn't know how to respond to that. He is still following more, and I don't know if I should say something or just let him be. Help. Edit. We have a very active sex life, even when I'm on my period. I didn't mind the first 6, but now there's more, it bugs me. I just talked to him about it, and all I got was, okay, I've been following them for a long time. So I told him not to talk about marriage to me anymore. Damn. So I will go off right off the bat and say, I don't give a shit, either way. It is what it is. I think the biggest thing is interacting with, that's where it gets weird. It's like if you start interacting with if your SO got onto your Instagram and she saw or he saw that every single one of these posts with the half-naked dude or the half-naked girl, or every comment you're like, damn, you fine, or damn, you're sexy. I would love to blow your back out. That's where I draw the line. But this dude acted like a douchebag and said, I'm a man and I have my needs. That's where I'm like, he's a dickhead. You're in the right, girl.
He's horny on
Fuck
me.
that dude. You're completely right. We're just roasting him and saying, yo, by the way, don't speak to me about marriage ever again.
He's like, okay, I've been following them for a long time. It's like, what the fuck?
That's so shitty. I mean,
Yeah.
if she didn't even sound like it bothered her, it's just more of like a, hey,
His
why do you
attitude
do
towards
this?
it.
And he could have been like, I don't know, I like it. That's all he had to do, is be like, I like it. It'd be like that. But if she's like, hey, I really don't like this, then all he had to do is just be like, fine, bye girls.
That's
That, or he can leave her and he can stay with the pictures of girls, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna follow any of that on my stuff, so I just think it's weird.
Yeah, I get that. I think it's like everybody's different. I personally don't see anything wrong with it. If you're gonna go look at dudes or girls, that's fine. Like I said, the biggest thing about it is I think the interacting is where I think it gets weird.
Where you make it a little too much?
There's always gonna be some hot dude, or there's gonna be always some hot girl on something, But if you're never gonna initiate on it, then that's fine. I think that's totally cool. I think the biggest thing is if you start being like, yo, damn, you sexy shit, you're so much hotter than my girlfriend, I would love to bang you. That's where it's like, okay, dude, you got a problem. Yeah. And also you've got a problem if your entire page is just
That's what I was gonna
e-girls.
say. I was gonna say, she said, I didn't mind the first 6.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
There's always going to be girls out there. There's always going to be dudes out there. It is what it is. I do not think it's hindering your loyalty to somebody, but I do think in this situation, if it makes her uncomfortable, just let it go, dude. Or that girl needs to go find somebody else that's just cool with not following a bunch of chicks on Instagram.
Yeah, and half the people on the internet nowadays are naked anyways, so you can't really get away from it.
Sometimes I'll be just scrolling TikTok. The other day, okay, so I saw this TikTok, right? And this is perfect, even though I don't follow them. But sometimes I'm just scrolling, and this girl, she has this thing where she's leaning over. It's like a darker room. She's leaning over on the sink, and she's singing a song. Well, she's purposely trying to cheat their sexual flagging that they can do. And I'm not even kidding. This thing had 600,000 likes on it and probably 10 million views. That's why it popped up on my For You page. And you could just straight up see her nipples, her pierced nipples, not above her shirt. It was straight up. You could see them. And then all the comments are just nipples, nipples, TikTok guidelines, TikTok guidelines. Now, but if all of that was on this dude's page, that's a little fucked, man. Chill. But sometimes people just get a little horny. That's all I'm going to say. But if you're going to be horny, don't be a douchebag.
How the fuck they say they have a very active sex life? This dude's really horny.
Yeah.
We fucking daily. Apparently he doesn't fuck enough.
I think if there was an extra layer to this where he was he's also been beating off as many times as he possibly can to these girls, Again, that's where there's another problem, I feel like.
Or his
Yeah.
DMs, like you said, are fucking stacked to the
Exactly. I don't think there's anything wrong with following the girls or the dudes or whatever it is.
You didn't even gotta follow them, like you said, and like I said. You didn't even gotta follow them no more. They'll just pop up.
Exactly. That's exactly. Or honestly, dude, if this is how you want to do it, I mean, but then I'm promoting being sneaky. I don't like this, but hey, like, if you're like, damn, I want to check out what this girl's doing, then just go look her up and don't follow her, and then just get back out of it and call it a day. I don't know. To me, this guy's just a dick, and I don't like him.
Yeah.
I love but I'm a man and I have my needs.
Have my needs.
And I like how he says, I need to look at them, especially when we aren't having sex. Dude, you have a problem.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Again, sometimes you just get a little horny. I get that. And maybe there's no sex going on. It is what it is. But there is no way that you are horny 23 hours out of the day that you're not having the
hard
sex.
all the time.
This dude is horny 24 hours.
He's trying
a
to
day.
make Cum River happen.
Oh. Or maybe he's just like, I want to be primed and ready for my girl all the time.
This the
That
guy
would have
that
been
gets-
sweet.
Yeah.
That would have been super sweet. He'd be like, I'm a man. But what I'm trying to do is I want to be hard all the time for you. So
Yeah.
This
This
is
is
the
why
guy
I
that
do
blocks
this.
out his
Whenever
whole
you're
day
ready,
in the
I'm ready, you're ready.
masturbation
then what'd you
His
say?
whole- I said this is the guy that blocks out his whole day in the masturbation station.
Yeah.
It's just-
It says
For the
that he has registered to
appointment.
private this the whole thing all day.
Can I book the masturbation station for today?
today? Yeah, today.
Yes. The day,
I feel like we've
all
talked
day.
about enough nut. We've talked about enough fucking. There's been a lot of nut talk today. Let's wrap this up with we got 5 more. So we're finally tacking back onto this BuzzFeed one. Let's
Oh,
knock
yeah,
out
yeah, yeah.
like a few more of these, and then we'll wrap up with our bro moment and call it a night.
So just to remind everybody, the last one we finished on was, oh no, yeah, we finished on this one. Is having large gaps in public bathroom stalls weird?
Yeah.
And we said yes, 100%.
Yeah.
It sucks.
All right, so I'll do the first one next. Are big school pep rallies weird? I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
Nah, it builds school spirit.
It's fun, yeah.
I thought they were
It's
super
just-
fun. Yeah,
I mean, the biggest reason it's fun is because you don't have to go to class.
that too. Yeah.
It cuts class short and you get to have fun. And even if it's like cringy or whatever, why not? Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that the point? You want to have everybody unite and have fun and just
Yeah.
joke around?
They're just
And it was
yeah.
this one was split
create a community
50-50,
somewhat.
but I think we all agree that
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
it's
you-
fine. Yeah, it's not that weird.
This is the next one. One of you guys read the next one.
All right, Aaron, you got it.
Is wearing the American flag on your clothes weird?
Yes,
Yeah.
Except for the 4th of July.
except for the 4th of July.
Exactly.
I do feel like this last 4 years with a certain president has made the American flag cringy. And
Yeah.
every time I would see it, like last year, I'd be like, "Wow, you must be racist."
See, like the thing is, like I think it's like you're not even supposed to wear like the American flag on clothes and stuff.
No,
I think that's part
yeah.
of like it's like technically like illegal or whatever. I think partially or whatever. So it's like it's weird to begin with, but it's like I don't know. You know, during the 4th, like Vin and I have been like every year just trying to up the outrageous outfits. And so, like, we wear American flag stuff.
I'm going
It
American
started-
flag Among Us imposter this year.
Ooh.
Because, like, it started with us just getting cheesy clothes at Walmart that they would sell. The, like, 4th of July stuff that was always super cheesy, and it just got more and more
all
extreme.
the white
every
T-shirts
year.
with like the big printed, firework picture on it.
All right.
Yeah.
So, yes, that's 100% weird. Screw you. I mean, I guess if you wear it, it is what it is. If you have a tattoo, then that's a whole other story that we'll talk
Yeah.
about never because we don't want to see it.
You probably drink a lot of Pepsi.
Yeah, you probably drink a ton of Pepsi and drive a Chevy pickup truck. Are giant restaurant portions weird? No. I'm getting my money's worth.
Yeah.
I know most of the world's like, wow, Americans, their meals are freaking huge. But it's like, yeah, guess what? I spent $10 and I got triple cheeseburger with 5 cups of fries and 10 pieces of bacon.
Also, nobody says you have to eat it all.
Yeah,
exactly.
You got leftovers.
I
for
went to
tomorrow.
Cheesecake Factory last night. I only ate like half my meal. Now I have
Last
another
night.
meal.
You went 2 nights in a row.
No, just one. Oh,
You
I mean
forgot
tonight.
that
I went
today.
tonight.
Yeah, exactly. It's not the next
Whoops.
day.
What is life
We were
anymore?
just there earlier, right before this.
And
Yeah.
apparently, 53%. It's 100,000 people voted on this one and said it is weird.
No chance.
Screw
They're
you.
No, they're just trying to appeal to
They're-
other people.
They're dumb. They're wuss. They don't know how to eat. They don't know how to eat.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll do like
Learn to
3
eat.
more, so that way everybody gets to talk about one more.
All right, I got this one. Is chatting with strangers on public transportation weird?
Yes.
I
Yeah,
think so.
100%.
What the
Leave
fuck?
me alone.
Yeah,
I
like
just-
who gives a shit where you're going, where you came from, and
Yeah.
why you're in this vehicle?
Like, I'm not here to talk.
Plain
to
and
you.
simple. Leave me alone. Any situation, just leave me alone.
Yeah.
If I wanted friends, I would have brought them with me.
Exactly. I already have friends. I'm not looking for any more. Please leave me alone.
How about this next one, Aaron?
Are commercials for lawyers weird?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
I think so.
They're so weird. And we talked about. So I went to Colorado a couple weeks ago with my girlfriend, and all over like Denver, they have these billboards. It just says the dude's name and a phone number, and you can know he's a lawyer. But all it does is just have like Mike Wazowski and his phone number, and it's just like, but you know he's a lawyer, and it's like, but how many people are just driving on the road and they're just like, I need a
fuck
lawyer
yeah.
right now. Call him up. And there we go. I just find it weird that, like, but maybe I explained, like, I realized that the way this is probably supposed to work is when you need a lawyer, it's supposed to pop in your head, like, oh, I saw this really zany commercial or billboard, that's going to be my lawyer.
I think they're ridiculous because if you need somebody, you're probably gonna do a little more research than the guy that shows up in the commercials.
Yeah.
He might.
So that-
he might
You're like,
come
oh, I
to
need
your
a
mind,
lawyer.
but-
Let me drive down the interstate real quick. Can we get the police officer to drive across so I can see the billboard's number I need to remember?
So for this last one, our frat and sorority house is weird. 100% yes.
You think so? I don't
They're
think so.
so stupid.
I think the
Odd,
idea
your
behind
true
them
colors
is cool.
are showing.
Yo,
I
bro.
think it could be fun. Like
I
the
think the
idea of it's
idea-
kind of
I
fun.
think
The
the
idea
like a
of it's
community.
fun, but then
Yeah,
when
yeah,
you
yeah.
hear about this, it's just a bunch
they're
of people
fucking
getting
cringe.
trashed,
Yeah.
and then they do these like
Stupid
goofy
shit.
ass like, oh, we got to give you atomic wedgie out the second floor to really show that you're part of this frat, okay?
Oh, you want to join? I guess we gotta beat the shit out of you with fucking
But I don't
golf
think
clubs.
all of them are like that. I think that's more of like your movie side. That's the extreme side of it. There are some that
There are
super
definitely some
party
that still do
houses,
that.
But there
The
are
one that I
lot
was a part
that
of-
are more tame.
It was weird, you know. So like, I walked in, I'm like, "Hey guys," and they're like, "Hey man, what's up? By the way, there's initiation. Sit down, put this over your head, like little like black goggles." It was weird, but whatever. And they all stood around and then bukkakied the shit out of me, and then I just said, "Nah, I'm out."
Yeah.
Yeah, you just took it. You loved it. And now
Well, I was
you're-
like, "Why do I keep?" They're like, "It's fine,
Bad boy.
just wait." And it just sounded
Keep
like a
your
bunch of
mouth
dudes like
closed.
beating off. And then like I'm like, my face is getting really gross feeling like what's going on here. And then I take my goggles off and it's just nut.
and you got
It's
cum in
just
your
dicks
eye.
everywhere.
Yeah, it
You
was
got
it was something.
nut eye.
And I
I
was
think
so
the
excited
idea-
because then next year I got to be part of the circle jerk.
I think the idea behind them is cool,
The
but
masturbation
you're right.
station with a guy in the middle.
Yeah. All right, Aaron. What's your bro moment of the week?
I don't know. I didn't come up with none.
Did anything happen this week? We'll pass it off to Odd. We'll come back to you.
I got one. It happened last weekend on Saturday. We so we record. Oh no, it happened on Friday.
Yeah.
We record on Fridays most of the time. And my mom was moving into her house. I had just gotten my COVID shot and a bunch of shit. And so I was 30 minutes away from my house. And we recorded 7:30s. We talked with Vin about it at work and da 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 da. We texted about it. All right, 7:30. And at 7 o'clock, I remember I'm 30 minutes away. At 7 o'clock, I text, all right, I'm leaving Stinkyville, which is where I was. And I didn't get a text back. So I'm like, I guess we're not recording. And like an hour later, Vin texts me. He's like, yo, dickhead, where are you at? And I'm sitting in a parking lot at a grocery store. Like, I'm at the grocery store. I thought we were recording. I felt like such a dickhead because apparently these dudes had been sitting there for like 30 minutes writing up an outline and waiting for me, and I'm over here just dicking around.
Oh, it was like an hour and 15 minutes, so it's all good.
Nah, dude,
So,
So-
I'm gonna relay off that one. That's my bro moment as well, but this one's more in the positive light. So this dude, he did this to us, and I was all fired up. I was pissed. I'm like, I quit the podcast. This dude don't give a shit about the podcast. How is he gonna leave me hanging like this? I was fuming, and I think I even brought it with me a little bit on Monday. I'm like, I'm not talking to this dude. I'm pissed. I'm gonna wait till he says something to me, and then he didn't say anything to me, and I'm getting more fired up. And then at the end of the day, I'm like, you know what? This is so stupid. I'm getting fired up, and I just let it go. So my bruh moment actually was just internally with myself. I was mad at myself for getting so fired up about it that I wouldn't even talk to you for like 2 days. So
I know, it's fucked.
we're all back to normal. We're back at it. We're feeling good.
I duked it out.
We dicked it out. We hit the masturbation station together, and now we're feeling way. And that's what happened. I
We
hit the
relieved some
master. I was
stress.
so stressed. I wanted to beat the shit out of Odd, and so I went and beat off. And then I came back, and I'm like, huh. Post nut
Shit out of
clarity.
his dick.
I feel good.
Post nut clarity. Yo, I love it.
All right. So for 3 of the 5 days this week, I was by myself because my one coworker just couldn't ever come in. And on the 3rd day, he said he was going to come in and be late that day, and then couldn't because he had a nosebleed.
Oh no.
What?
What?
Yeah.
Sorry, bro. I'm having my period out of my nose.
Yeah.
Can't come in. I ain't feeling so good.
Nosebleed, can't work at all today because I got a nosebleed.
Sometimes it just be like that.
Yeah. Did it just keep bleeding all day? It was just like
Maybe. It
spraying
might have been
out,
gushing
and he
blood.
was
Maybe.
like, he passed out from blood loss and he had to go to the hospital.
Couldn't breathe.
Hopefully it was just because he was dry. Because I know, nosebleeds can be some serious business if it's not because your nose is dry. All right, guys. Let's get deep to finish this off.
Oh,
Ooh, you like that? Let's get deep to finish this off.
Deep.
that's usually what I try to do.
If you could do, and this could be
Try.
whatever you want. If you could do one single thing, let's say you're going to die next Thursday at 4 p.m., what is one thing that you would rush to go do? Think of something right off the top of your head.
Lose my virginity.
Hell yeah. 5 some. I'm hitting up my girlfriend. I said, yo, we out here. We going to go find 3 more, and we're going to town. Actually, I think I'd make it a 6 some. That way it's even numbers.
That way nobody's left out.
Yeah.
There you go.
Because, there's that big argument, are we going to do a 3 some?
That's
Well, then,
I think after that point, it's more of just a, what do you call it? A gangbang.
like an orgy.
Orgy.
Because if you do a 3 some, there's always sometimes dudes I don't want another dude, and the girl's well, I don't want another girl. So you got and then maybe 4 some's better. I want a 4 some before I die.
Foursome.
This is my
you and 3 other dudes.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
I would just probably dip and try to see as many shit as I could possibly before I died.
Before you
Yeah.
died.
Yeah.
That's
Just
a good
have
one.
fun. As much fun. Just
I would try to just slam a shit ton of drugs too. That way I could just feel everything
what
as
I was
possible.
thinking.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, you're gonna die anyways. Just get really drunk, really high, and do crazy shit.
Yeah.
Get
Try
arrested.
everything.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah. So basically, we're just gonna go wild
We're gonna
for
go
a
fucking
week.
crazy.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Might as well.
That'd be sick.
That's
I
what
remember.
would do. I go fucking nuts.
I remember when I was in elementary school, and I'd be sitting there, and I'm like, because I think it was at Asteroid. I think we were in I was a sophomore in high school, or they were always talking about 20.
The 2012 the
Yeah.
end of the year.
I'm like, yo,
Or the
what if I never have
world.
sex? Because that was the
Then
time.
it was,
You're
lose your
what if-
virginity.
yo,
Yeah.
do you think I could find anybody that want to have sex with me before the world ends?
I'm sure at that moment you could probably be like, "Yo, I'm a virgin who's trying to fuck."
But the funny part is, I was 15. I'm like, yo, anybody gonna have sex with me? Come on now.
He's going around school asking all the girls. He's like, the world's ending. Want to fuck?
and they're all like, hell yeah. I was slanging.
Then
in
all
high
of a
school.
sudden you're. That's a great pickup line.
Yo, the world's about to end. Trying to smash.
Want to smash?
World's about to end. Want to have a 6 some? Hey, I'm gonna die next Thursday. Want to have a 6 some? I think it'd work.
You're walking down the streets asking everyone you see.
Yeah, and it'll be kind of like Pikmin, the game, where finally I just get like 6 people to just trail behind me. And then we're trailing back to my house.
Trailing back to your masturbation station.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
that's awesome.
folks, we did it. We were able to finally record episode 12 after a 2-week hiatus, but we
Are
did
we
it.
even sure this is episode 12 after this
Yes.
long?
This is episode 12. It's a big deal. Hopefully we catch y'all next week. Enjoy. We love you all.
Peace, everybody.
Peace.
That was